You just mentioned that you only have 11 suits.
Yeah.
That's something very exciting for me because coincidentally, I'm not an environmentalist,
Yeah.
but I also have very minimal clothes.
Excellent.
So what are the other things which you do being an environmentalist in your life? How does it change your life?
So there are a few things that I do. One thing that I don't do is preach. So I try to, lead by example as much as possible. I try to do things and I say what I do. And it depends on everybody's path because in today's times, there's so much of mental health issues. There is so many issues where, there is a huge happiness issue, in this world.
True.
So one should not impose things on people, or shame people into action. That's what I believe. People should just find their own path, and we just need to inspire people and, probably showcase things that are easy for people to take up. Because what is needed right now is small incremental changes in everyone's lives. So one thing that I can tell you is that during the pandemic, or rather before the pandemic, I never knew what happens to my garbage at home. Like for example, somebody would just pick up my garbage and I do not know where it goes, but it just leaves home. That's all that I knew. I throw things in my dustbin and I don't know where it goes. But during the pandemic, obviously, I had to throw out my own garbage because we did not have anybody working with us. And then I was shocked that I'm throwing out 2 buckets of garbage every single day. And I was wondering, what is this garbage? And I realized that, of course, it's food stuff and packaging and plastics and all of that stuff. And I realized that I'm an environmentalist. I'm a guy who's so proud that I'm doing so much for the environment, and I'm so strong in my talks about it or in my music about it. But I'm throwing out 2 buckets of garbage. So I made it my mission that somehow I have to reduce this to half a bucket. And then I started making all of these amazing decisions that I'm not going to buy stuff which uses a lot of packaging. If it comes with packaging, I'm going to reuse it. I'm not going to throw it away. Or I'm going to refuse anything that I cannot reuse. And then within about like half a month or a month, that garbage got reduced to half a bucket. Until today, I only throw out about half a bucket of garbage or even lesser than that, every single day. Sometimes it's almost no garbage at all. So I guess this is what everybody can do. Just try to reduce your garbage. And then you will start making all of these amazing decisions. The second thing that I do is that I get my carbon footprint audited every quarter. So just like how we get our finances audited, I get my carbon footprint audited with a agency. And what they do is that they audit my carbon footprint right down to my ink usage, to my air travel, to my ground transportation, to my electricity usage, to my buying of clothes and buying of any kind of products and things like that. And then they come up with a carbon footprint every quarter and a water footprint. We have a meeting and try to figure out how can we reduce it for the next quarter. And whatever my impact is, and it's impossible to have a zero impact the way systems are built around us today, I mitigate it through tree plantations and investment in renewable energy companies. So that, and then of course the other stuff that I mentioned about the clothes and about the car and and things like that. So I try to do my best.
So there is an agency who does this?
There are lots of agencies that do this.
Oh, that's something new to me.
Yeah, carbon footprint auditing, so they call that. So you can just contact one of these agencies, and they will just audit you every quarter, and then that way you can lead a net neutral lifestyle, which is not a guilt-free lifestyle, but it sort of makes us feel that that
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, exactly.
Yeah. True.